Welcome to the power of healing your energy. This show is all about your light, your energy, and your healing. And did you know depression and anxiety are a side effect of not living your life intuitively, not trusting your gut, the lost connections with self and others? Hello and welcome. I'm Christine with 24 Karat Healing, and this is episode 25 of the Power of Healing Your Energy show. We are live and we are also via podcast. You can find me on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. That's where you can find me. And you can also find me via YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, oh gosh, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and TikTok. I have actually started diving into TikTok. I will thank Gary Vee for that one. He's a smart guy. Anyways, I'm having fun. This is the power of alchemy. What is it and how it helps us with, the January blahs. I don't know about you, but I mean, I suffer from seasonal affective disorder. I live in Northern Canada. It's quite cold. It's quite dark. I have friends that are in, other parts of the world where it's sunny and warm and beautiful. But you know what? You make the best of it. And I think I posted this morning that it was minus 40 something, with the wind chill, and it was pretty cold and dark, and just feeling the effects. Because typically the third week of January is the most depressing time of the year, according to those so-called experts. But I think it's just more of, coming down from Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and, Ukrainian, whatever you were celebrating, right? At winter solstice. And, it seems we get together with everyone and we have so much family and friends around. But it's kind of like the post-Christmas blues. You get those cold, dark nights. And, well, if you're using credit cards and buying too many gifts and going, overindulging, overspending, overextending yourself. Some say it's a myth, depending on who you talk to. Some say it's real. And for me and anyone that suffers from any mental health issues as well, it is real. It's like anything. It's like going on a vacation and coming home. I mean, come on. I can't be the only person that feels this way. Oh, hello. Hi, Stephen. Thanks for joining the show. Oh, yes. Okay. Let me know what it's like in your neck of the woods, what's going on with you. If you're on the replay, feel free to interact, as I always come back and comment and interact. Because, I mean, I love you guys. I love what I do. I love helping others. If I didn't, let's just say I was a bit of an introvert, but, the more that you spend time online, interacting with other folks in person, it kind of, it's an extension of self, and I want to help. So basically, we're just here to gather, share some ideas, support and cheer each other on. And plus, there's a few surprises as well, but I'm not going to say too much about that. Please share this out as well. Just so you know, guys, I'm running a contest. Maybe you didn't know, but on my Facebook page, I'm giving away 3 readings. So go and like my page and follow the contest. It's pinned at the top. Once we hit 500, I'm giving away those readings. As well, I have a contest here. And if you're listening on the podcast, go back to the live video. The person who shares the most this week wins a 15-minute mini reading with myself. So if you never felt like sharing before, now is the time, okay? And what does a reading look like? I mean, we do the whole 360. Just, whatever you're looking for, we'll find it, right? Hi, Terilyn. How are you? I sent an email. I don't know if you got it. Let me know. And oh, Stephen, we love you too. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. So let me know if you're suffering from any of the January blahs, or maybe just throw some ideas out. I mean, I had asked what other folks do, and they like to snuggle with their fur babies, their pets, or, you know, the people that they care about, their kids, their partner, whoever it happens to be. And, you know, hot cocoa, warm fires, getting outside, counting your blessings, being grateful. I mean, there's lots of ways to embrace winter, or, you know, a cooler time of the year as well. Okay, you're working on it right now. Good. I'm glad you got it. That's great. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, guys. So, we're just going to talk a little bit about alchemy, because I think a lot of folks don't know what that is, what it means. You know, and basically alchemy is, this is the, you know, Google's definition. It's a medieval, I think this is hilarious, medieval forerunner of chemistry based on the transformation of matter. So converting base metals into gold, or finding a universal elixir. And I'm like, okay, I think that's very, let's try and flip this around. Some say, you know, shamanism is alchemy. And honestly, the Reiki, any type of light work, any type of energy work is alchemy. Any type of inner work is alchemy, okay? And they're saying alchemy is to chemistry, energy, you know, what astrology is to astronomy. So I think that's very, very cool. And let me know what you think, and how to, you know, how to merge this into your daily life as well. So again, share this out. Let me know where you're from. Say hello, even on the replay. And a little shout out for my YouTube channel. I'm still trying to get to 100 subscribers. It is a very busy place, YouTube is. So if you please subscribe. I of course share this video out, but I also do an intuitive energy reading. So it kind of sets up your week, and it comes out every Sunday. So head over there as well. So we're just going to look at the 7 stages of spiritual alchemy. The first one is calcination. So basically you're heating and decomposing raw matter, if you want to look at yourself on the inside. Breaking down parts of ourselves. And what does that look like? What do you mean? Ego, doubt, stubbornness, pride, and arrogance are just a few of the key points here. Basically putting it aside and finding out what's underneath. So it's like, okay, there's something there. I don't like how I'm living right now. And yes, there's some things I need to work on. So it's kind of like your first step to spirituality, spiritual enlightenment, consciousness, light, whatever, dharma, however you want to look at it. And then number 2 is disillusion. So less identification with the false self, the ego, the false self. So you're observing your positives and your negative qualities, because that's how, you know, the subconscious works as well, right? So it's also our inability to take responsibility for, you know, releasing and forgiving ourselves. Basically, it's our many faults. It's our avoidance of trauma. I know there's a lot of you out there. And I, you know, again, I'm still working through my own. So, you know, there's no easy button. There's no, okay, I'm done now. Now what? It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of folks that are avoiding trauma, and inner tensions, they rise to the surface. Anybody going through that? Let me know. Let me know. So I see this as a beginning of a spiritual maturity, and I kind of see this as myself in 2018, because that's when my spiritual awakening, awareness, transformation, however you want, opening up to my divine self started in 2018. Like, as I was researching this, because you don't realize I do a lot of research in the background. I love reading and learning. I mean, this is what lights me up, and I like to share this with you guys. That's why I do what I do. And a lot of times our transformation comes accidentally by illness or misfortune. You ever find yourself being sick a lot, or having like a real sickness or illness, or just hitting rock bottom, I guess would be another way to say it, for us to take notice, pay attention to our lives. And sometimes it shocks us, shocking, out of our avoidance patterns. Workaholism. A lot of folks like to be busy, and especially us ladies, we put everybody first. And maybe that's guys too. If you're taking care of the kids, guys, and working and doing all of that, I mean, you can dive right in and get lost there. Drugs, whether, it's street drugs, or it's alcohol, smoking, shopping, food, sex, whatever it is, right? Those are and TV, watching TV, media, gossip, those are all ways to avoid what's really going on underneath, all of it. So let me know if any of this resonates. Don't be shy, because we're not going to call you out. This is just a place to share. And if you want to maybe send me a private message afterwards, go right ahead. You know what? It's all good. We're all in this together. So that was number 2. Number 3 is separation. So our thoughts and emotions are more defined by isolating them from the other thoughts and emotions. So it's almost like you kind of put yourself, it's almost like compartments, putting things into little boxes, or there's a separation, like an actual separation, like a duality, light and dark, good, bad, whatever it happens to be, we start associating with that. Basically freeing our heart from resentment while trying to forgive someone. That's huge. That's a big step. It's very hard to forgive others. As Dr. Wayne Dyer would say, you don't die from the snake bite, you die from the poison. So how long are you going to hold on to that poison before it takes over all of you? And really, who are you serving? No one. Absolutely no one. So being aware of our authentic feelings, honestly experiencing the anger, the frustration, the disappointment, that's the shadow work. That's the tough shit. It really is. It's an honest assessment rather than stuffing our feelings with whatever happens to be external, hiding, blaming, and avoiding. And I associate with all of that. It's almost like I see like a 12 steps. I know Russell Brand, I don't know if you follow him, but he is doing a 12-step right now. I mean, he is a former drug addict, alcoholic. I mean, this guy was, wow, he was deep in it. And now he is spiritually aligned with himself, and he's teaching other people how to do this. And it all goes back to Alcoholics Anonymous, their 12 steps. And, I'm watching and I'm learning stuff, because it's very enlightening, I guess would be the word. And he puts it in such a funny way too. So maybe it's the British accent, but I really do enjoy watching it. So you check it out. It's on Commune, COMMUNE. And it is free right now. All right. And Terilyn is definitely resonating with the alchemy and all the steps. Let me know what step you think you might be in. Now we're moving to step number 4, or level 4 of spiritual alchemy, conjunction. So after the purification, the clarification, the calcification of the first 3 stages, we combine the remaining elements within. So this is like inner space, your inner space. I'm thinking like inner space, universe, the simmering that's going on. So it's like making a really good pot of soup. I mean, there's ingredients, you find them, you work them, you find what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and then you let them simmer. It's kind of like marinating, like you have to learn something and integrate it, and then you can go out and use what you've learned. It's the same idea. So it's you truly and honestly accept our authentic self. So you're looking at yourself going, huh, yeah, I got stuff and I'm working through it, but you know what? I really like who I truly authentically am. And maybe you might not. However, you can learn to love yourself. And I think unconditional love for self is key to everything else. And this stage of spiritual alchemy is all of our unconscious thoughts, feelings, they bubble up to the surface and they burn away. That's how I see this. They burn into the light of conscious awareness. So, yeah, that's where you're spiritually aware. That's how that comes in. Number 5, fermentation. Now, I see this as, fermented vegetables or fermented, any type of food is so good for you. So, number 5 is really, really good for you. Beginning of rebirth. And I'm thinking, okay, this is wild because that is my word for 2020. I choose not to do New Year's resolutions for the reason that I am a former perfectionist and I know I will beat myself up if I do not meet every single one. So I use intention, and intention turns into manifestation. So my intention for 2020 is rebirth. So it is amazing what the universe gives you when you're not looking for it. Because I have people, when I read do readings for them, they're looking so hard. They're like, well, why can't I open my third eye? And why can't I do this? And how come it isn't happening for me? Because you let your ego get in there and you think it has to be a certain way. And the universe is like, no, you haven't learned this lesson yet. You need to let go and trust the process and have the utmost of patience. So anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So beginning of rebirth. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this is such a beautiful message. I have to share this with everybody. And I want everyone to tell me, what is your word for 2020? I know that I asked on Facebook, but you can send me a message through the podcast as well. Let me know what your word is. Let me know what your word is, guys. I want to know this. I love the community that we're building here. So basically, fermentation is death of the grape and birth of the wine. Yeah, that's a beautiful way, or or birth of a beautiful glass of Chardonnay. Let me know. I like to drink wine once in a while, so I can definitely see this. So this is the first 4 stages. You're working the aspects of the old self. I almost see like you've got the Play-Doh out. Yes, I'm going back to Play-Doh. When was the last time you played with Play-Doh? And you kind of mold and you're sculpting and it's like you're getting a brand new you. It's always been there. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. Yeah, peeling back the layers and seeing what's underneath. So we work on our refined self. This is an inner death. Or, as some people have seen online, I'm sure, or heard about, the dark night of the soul, which that's me right now. That is me. Yes, I am a spiritual guide and all that good stuff and Reiki master, but I seriously, that is me. When I read that number 5, I'm like, yes. It's a decomposition of our former selves. Spiritualization is we look at the world in a new light and we taste moments of inner peace and stillness. Just thinking about that. Let's see. Yeah. Kai, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name, always getting worried about love. And now my question is that love for others or love for self? Let me know. I'm quite curious. I think I already know what the answer is, but you tell me. Terilyn, level 4. Yeah, we're kind. It's interesting, Terilyn and I, how we met, and we're on similar paths. She's doing some beautiful work with kids and trauma, and my hat's off to you for that. So level or number 6 or level 6, however you want to look at that. Is distillation. I'm jumping to the last step. Distillation. So it's a level up, obviously, from purification. Finding ways to live from a daily place of inner peace. So we experience a strong and profound inner transformation, enlightenment. Basically, you're enlightened. You're like, yeah, you know what? I've done the work. I have done the work. And now I'm like, damn, okay, this is huge, because the ego likes to define you as your reputation. The ego says, I am what I do. I am what I have. I am separate from everyone else. I am this body. But you know what? God is within you. You're already connected to it. You must align within it, the light, the consciousness, the Divine Mother, the Buddha, whatever you resonate with. So nothing in your DNA says you have to, defend yourself. The ego is not worth defending at all. Ego gets us to believe we're thinking we're better than others when we got to allow ourselves to be free. Be empty, be free, give it away. Like that song, give it away, give it away, give it away now. I think that's Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh, geez. That's funny how that just came up. All right. Kai is saying love for others, especially a boyfriend. When worry, guilt, and shame are probably the 3 biggest obstacles for women that we get stuck in. I really encourage you to, I don't know if you know who Brené Brown is, but she does a lot of work on that stuff. She's a powerful teacher, speaker, and researcher on all of that. And worry is a wasted emotion. It takes away your day, your peace for the day. I say worry more about yourself, and not worry, but go inside and find out where that comes from, because there's something. There's a heart. It's a heart chakra issue, and root chakra. And actually, for 2020, root chakra is going to be your biggest chakra or energy piece that you work on. More grounding, more meditation, more self-care. Grounding, meditation, self-care. You got to find yourself quiet. You've got to find yourself clear, and you got to find yourself healed and whole. Because if you're not, you're always going to feel out of alignment with yourself, and then you're like pining for others. And you're basically saying you're not worth it. So there's a worthiness piece to that as well. So I just highly recommend working. I always recommend working on the heart chakra. Rose quartz. That's my number one, I love it. Lavender for essential oil. Sound healing or sound frequencies are wonderful for just changing your whole energy piece. And we are all light workers, by the way. So you're here for a reason. Kai and Terilyn and Stephen. I mean, you guys are with me right now. So you're here for a reason. So I'm so glad you're here. So the last step of spiritual alchemy is coagulation. The moment we have broken open the head, the ego, subconscious, those loops, those tapes, those programs that play in the background, I feel dizzy just doing that. The ego, the shadow, to connect to spirit, our soul, our consciousness, self-aware without duality when matter becomes spirit, because spirit is manifested in material forms. The physical world, 3D, sure you've heard that term before, is not separate from the mind or spiritual reality. It's a reflection. It is a reflection. So 5D versus 3D. So alchemy's greatest achievement is to create an interrelationship between mind and matter, self and world, 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D. So those are the 7 steps. And you guys might need to rewind, if you can, back to, I'd say, around the 15-minute mark when we were talking about the steps here. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Please share this out as well. The person who shares the most this week wins a 15-minute mini reading with myself. And let me know if you have questions for me about your energy, your career, your life, your health. Let me know if you've got anything going on. A little side piece as well there, I posted about solar storms through a friend of mine on Instagram. So there are solar storms going on yesterday and today. And I mean, there's a lot of clearing going on, basically. There's a lot of energy clearing, a lot of density, like density within ourselves. Because when you're, living in 3D on Earth here, we are spiritual beings. We have to continually blast out the stuff, whether, you have negativity stuck to you, you have dark energy stuck to you, whether you have a lot of density, you have other people's stuff, you're an empath, I get it. So just be, a little more self-care, a little more awareness, a little more introspection for this week. We're clearing out a lot of stuff here, and this is the week as well. Let me just get my notes. Grounding, flexibility, patience, nature, heart space. It's a cleanup week. So if you got a lot of crap in your closet, in your bedroom, in your office, time to clear it out, because having a lot of stuff, clutter, creates stuff here. It's been proven. I mean, I know for a fact, if you haven't used something in a year, why do you have it? Give it away to somebody, sell it, clear it out. You will feel lighter and brighter. And it's also good for your zen, your chi, your energy, your feng shui, if you want to feng shui something, right? All right. I'm just looking at the comments here. Christina is asking, hi Christina, yeah, it looks like you're new, let me know where you're from. She's asking if Ivan and I will be engaged this year in any time frame you may get. Well, I'm gonna actually go to the cards, but I would love if you'd share this out. Normally each week I have a guest on the show, but this week I left it a little bit open because I obviously had a feeling it would be needed. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, you're from Texas. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And I'm sure it's warm in Texas. It is very chilly up here today. Very, very chilly. Cars abandoned along the highway because it's so cold. That's when you find out when things don't work. Thank you, Christina. I'm just going to go to the cards here and see if we get a little extra. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Blossoming Abundance is the card that we got. So 3s are mind, body, and spirit as well. Like I work with some numbers. So as you can see, there's lots of coins, lots of flowers. It's very beautiful. Um, hmm. They're asking, I guess the question is, somebody's feeling rushed though. I mean, the blossoming abundance, obviously, things are going very well. Sorry, I just dropped something here. So things are going quite well in your life. Would you not agree with that? Um, I almost feel like there needs to be a little more work done in the relationship. Yeah, I think that was the biggest message here. But there seems to be an increasement in wealth and value in your own life. It looks like you've been sowing your seeds around wealth and prosperity, and they're blessing you. So they're saying to continue to be grateful and have gratitude. Share this, be joyful. You have blossoming abundance all around you, and you see the value in your everyday life. And you know what, I'm not getting this year for some reason. I'm not getting anything. And if, in fact, they're saying to focus more on yourself. If that does that make sense? She's saying it's a bit chilly and supposed to rain tomorrow. Okay. Okay. He said he didn't want to rush into it. Okay. You know what? I totally resonate with that, Christina, and how you're feeling. Myself, I felt the same way. I wanted to be married, and I think every girl wants that. We just want this big, lavish, whatever we've seen in the movies, or Cinderella. I mean, that was the one fairy tale that I resonated with, and my prince was going to come and all that good stuff. Now I don't. I see myself as my own savior and prince. I think what you really want is to make sure that this is a very strong partnership and a merging of forces, if that makes sense. And she is saying, yes, everything is moving forward in her life. All right. Kai. Let me know if that resonates. Head over to my Facebook page. I have a contest where I'm giving away 3 readings. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I do a weekly intuitive energy update every Sunday, so at least your week is laid out. So you have an idea what's going on. All right, Kai. Finances. Let's see what we find out here. Well, let's see. Jeepers. This one definitely, there were 3 cards that fell out. This one was on top, and it is in reversed. And I always tell my, folks, don't panic when it's in reverse. It just means to pay attention. Heads up. Take notice. Something to really focus on right here, okay? It's a beautiful card. The big, big, big heart. Oh. They're saying that you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed and that your love life is turned upside down. It's time to let go or resolve this. And the card's also indicating there might be some jealousy, resentments, and subtle manipulations going on. And don't take it personally. This is a time to go into your heart space for clarity, self-empowerment, because you are the director, as Dolores Cannon would say, of your own movie, of your own life. You write the script, you direct, you do the playwright, you do the costuming, you do the sound, you do everything. Bring your, that loving, heartfelt energy to yourself. So, and finances. I just feel that there's a lot of an instability in regards to yourself. Like there's a root chakra. There's a gap in the energy. There's a worth piece as well. Like not feeling worthy of love and of money. And I get that. So they're asking you to clear that, find out where that comes from. And it's a childhood. It's an inner child. Inner child. And I highly recommend writing a letter to your inner child with your non-dominant hand, and you will find out where it comes from. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, I have written many letters to my inner child to find out where things come from. And that is also known as, intuitive writing, channeling, because you're tapping into your soulful self, your inner child. Let me know if that resonates. Christina, yes, you have learned to put your first in the last year. Yeah, 2019 was, shedding. You're shedding a lot of stuff. We were all doing that tough inner work and finding out what we're no longer going to accept from others and from ourselves. And therefore, we are, all of us are on a spiritual awakening or on our spiritual path. And so 2020 is all about rebirth. Totally. And if you're not part of that spiritual wave, you are going to relearn lessons over and over again. That's basically what the collective energy is saying. And I'm saying collective for me and, for anyone is your guides, your angels, your loved ones. And we all have that ability to tap into them. And I'm working on a course regarding that. She is saying we want to move in together as well, hopefully this year. I'm just going to, just say to anyone that wants to move in, just go in with an open mind and know that this is your best friend and your partner. And there's going to be a lot of give and take and a lot of letting go of things, of how things should be. And loving a person no matter what they, who they are and what they do as well, because they all have our quirks and they might be cute in the beginning in the honeymoon stage, but once you move in, it's been about 5 years, it's a little different. Just perspective, that's all. Perspective. Terilyn, she would love to know if our business with Shelly will be successful and we're heading in the right direction. Well, of course it is. Act like it already is happening. Act like it is already. All right, Terilyn, let's see what we got for you. Oh, right away. You see that? I knew I wouldn't have to shuffle. I was ready to just pick. We were ready. See how I like to get in there. Oh, look at that. Beautiful card. The door to personal healing and happiness. Hey, that's a beautiful, beautiful card. Look at the rainbows. Look at the doves. Do you see the lotuses in the background? The golden window of opportunity. That's how I see it. Let's see what the book says. Yeah, girl, the work you're doing, I tell people all the time. Terilyn is actually someone very near and dear to my heart, and she graciously allowed me to practice my course that I'm almost finished working on, working on your intuitive magic, basically opening up to your soulful self. So thank you very much for that, Terilyn. New beginnings here. Light-filled door, lush, rainbow-lit, spring-filled, vibrant lotus flowers. Wow, external changes, new opportunities. Your life is opening up. Yeah, continued action and optimistic expectations. And It is always headed in the right direction. Always. That's what they're saying. You're strong, focused, self-directed. You have the power to create a wonderful new realities in your life. All right. I love that card for you. Wonderful, wonderful. And Christina is saying, absolutely, he is my first love and best friend all in one. Oh, that's really cute. That's sweet. I love that. Well, good luck to you guys. And Terilyn, thank you very much. All right, guys. Well, it looks like I said, if you're you'd like to have a reading with me, send me a message. If any of this resonates, send me a message, comment below. If you have a question, you know how to get a hold of me. I have that contest as well. So whoever shares it out wins that 15-minute mini reading with myself. And just let me know if you're struggling at any point with your energy, have questions about alchemy, motivation, mental health as well. I strongly believe in mental health. And like I said at the beginning of my video, you are all light workers, psychic, mediums, intuitives, and healers. And the reason you don't know you are is because you haven't started that spiritual, journey, that healing journey. And it starts with yourself. And depression and anxiety are all side effects of you not living your purposeful life. Okay. So let me know. I mean, if you don't, do you have fun? Where's your inner child at? When was the last time you felt joy? When was the last time you did something for yourself? When was the last time you marched to the beat of your own drum and not someone else? And I want you to find your passion. I want you to find what lights you up. Your eyes, I can always tell, even if I'm not in front, sitting face to face with someone. If I ask them a question, I can feel, because that is my strongest clair, is feeling. Because I'm an empath. Let me know if you're an empath. I know there's lots of you out there. If something just doesn't resonate with you, if you're just doing it, but I can tell when it's something you absolutely love. I can feel it. It's like a wave that hits me. All right, guys. I am going to sign off for now. And hey, let me know if you have any questions past this broadcast as well. And please remember, guys, I want to wish you love, light, and blessings for the week. And I also have another group called Healing Begins Where the Ego Ends. If you're curious about your ego and how that works, because we all are, right? It's not a battle. You don't have to fight yourself. You just have to love yourself. All right, guys, I want to wish you guys love, light, blessings, and please remember, healing begins where the ego ends. Take care.